start my warm-up now because I have my own special warm-up I like to do, but I've never been really able to do. And so we're just gonna get started on my warm-up now. So one thing every athlete needs to do for any sporting event. I specified in my PNW video that I don't warm up or I have a special warm-up. So I'm going to talk about what that special warm-up is, what I do, and how I can use it just before like any other sporting event I do, like biking, which is the only other sport I do. So like I said, I have a special warm-up that I do, which is actually some other people use. It's not really that special. It's not even original. It's just one that I sort of copied, but I modified on my own that I can use for when I go on my long runs and do my races when I have a few happen around. So I'll show you what even that is. Normal high school warm-up, from what I've seen, is just, well, walking around or like jogging around like the course or outside of the course to get your body ready. But I found some digging on that when I did some research on before I did this video that can actually be somewhat bad because it can like waste a bit of energy, which I noticed happened to me at state during warm-up. I noticed I was jogging around. I felt super tired before the state race, and I didn't really feel good during the state race. I felt just so tired. I noticed that thing when it comes to warm-up, jogging around. I mean, I'm not saying jogging around before warm-up or race is bad. It's a really good thing. I just don't do it that much. I'll do, I say at most, around 400 meters at most of jogging, because I don't want to do that much jogging because it does expend a lot of energy just jogging around. So I'm going to specify what I do besides jogging that's actually pretty important. So we're going to do some digging right now. So to get the first thing out of the way, you probably already saw, but I used this band to warm up and this band to do activation exercises, as in activate my glutes, activate my hamstrings, do some light stretching beforehand, as in like starting up my hamstrings, opening up my calf, loosening up my diaphragm. Well, for diaphragm, I don't use these bands, but for anything for my lower body, especially hamstrings, because I have like really bad hamstrings, I just use these to just loosen them up, loosen up some other spots, activate my glutes. So I mainly just do activation exercises with these bands to, just like I said, activate my muscles, which I've noticed has been pretty effective. I have a few examples that I can share. One of my best examples that I have as of this year, well, near the end of the year, but early in the year of 2022, I have one vouch. So I had a race coming up back in May during the track season, but it was a 5K, not associated with the track. I just went out to just go on a run, really. So when I got to like the start line, I had 40 minutes, so I chose to, well, warm up, what you really should do. So I'd say around like half a lap of like 200 meters of jogging around like the area. And I spent time, because at the time I didn't really have bands, so I just was doing activation exercises, activating my glutes, activating my hamstrings, loosening up my hamstrings as well. And I did a few other things. I don't remember what it was. It was a while back. And I felt really good, because at the start line I felt like loosened up. I felt great. I was pretty warmed up. The gun went off. I ran the race in a pretty solid time for an uphill pavement road. And I was able to win my first ever 5K just by doing that warm up, by doing activation exercises. And I have a few other examples as well to share about activation exercises. So when I said I don't warm up, I said that I don't warm up as long as I used to. The usual warm-up took around 40 minutes. My warm-up takes around, I'd say at most, 25 minutes. And if you finish early beforehand, I'd say just still keep warming up. Do more activation exercises, some more stretching for your diaphragm and other body parts, and that's really just about it. I don't know, I don't have an outro, this is just it.